Hey everybody, this is Ryan here with RedDragonHerbs.net, and today we're going to talk about another springtime plant, the nettle, or more ominously known as the stinging nettle. Because if you look very closely, see if I can get it here, you can see little tiny barbs on the stem, and these barbs give it its stinging properties. So if you grab it, they'll poke your skin, and they've got an oil that irritates your skin, so it's almost like an insect bite or something like that. It's not like a poison ivy or anything, but it's enough to irritate you a little bit. Now, this is kind of a cool plant, and for some of the same reasons as the dandelion we talked about the other day, it's been pretty important to humans throughout history because, well, this is one of the first things that comes up in the spring. Really, about the same time as the dandelions, these come up. And it's a good source of well, green vegetable food, and it's loaded with good stuff. These things have all kinds of minerals in it. There's good source of calcium, potassium. There's a ton of iron, vitamin A. There's a ton of it, and really there's a lot of vitamin C in it too. It really has a similar taste and nutritional profile as spinach, if not even a little bit better. But now, historically, in the northern hemisphere, or well, in the northern hemisphere, we didn't really have oranges. So vitamins, or citrus fruit, where we get most of our vitamin C today, we didn't really have it. How did people get vitamin C back then? Well, this was one of the biggest sources, if not the biggest source, really. There's a couple other things like currants and rose hips, which I do plan on talking about later on in the year once those come in the season. But this was a very important plant as far as keeping humans in the northern hemisphere. Both North America, where we are right now, the Native Americans used it, and also in Europe. Um, it does taste a lot like spinach. Usually, this plant, it's best if you soak it for a while. That gets rid of the stinging properties, and then cook it down, and then it has that spinach taste. But it's usually consumed as a tea. You would take the leaves and dry them, and make a nettle leaf tea. It's pretty nice. You could also do that with the root too, and the root actually the powers of it are stronger. And let's talk about those powers. It's a really good diuretic, kind of like the dandelion, maybe not quite as strong. And it does have a little bit of a detoxifying effect. But most people use it for its anti-allergic properties. Nettle tea, either the roots or more so the roots or the leaves. Really good if you've got like hay fever or bad allergy problems. It does help with that. It's also a really good anti-inflammatory herb. They say people with rheumatism have good luck with this, and people with arthritis, they say it does actually help them. And even enlarged prostates, it can shrink an enlarged prostate a little bit, or has been shown. Uh, Topically, it even has uses too. They have made creams out of the leaves that's good for insect bites, eczema, actually. It's really good for that, and diaper rash. Um, Now, if you see this plant growing in your property, like a garden or whatever, it's a good sign that you have good soil, actually. This thrives in places where there's a ton of nitrogen and potassium. So oftentimes they'll find it in places where there's been like a high manure concentration. Say like even like an old homestead or something that's been abandoned where like the outhouse was, or places where there's been piles of like chicken manure or something like that. Oftentimes you'll find nettles there. I know in my backyard I've got a flower pot out there that I put a ton of rabbit manure in a while back ago, and there were strawberries in there, and the nettles have pretty much grown it out. Um, So anyway, as far as red dragon herbs go, we will be using nettles in some of our tea because I totally do believe in the properties of it, and really it doesn't taste too bad. But this is something that you could probably find in your backyard. If you can't find it there, you could probably find it pretty close to where you're at. Like I said, if you just find some abandoned fertile soil, usually you'll find it there. But yeah, if you do find it, dry the leaves and make tea out of it. It's really good for you. Highly recommend it. Or boil them down and cook them like spinach and eat them. Really good for you. So anyway, this has been Ryan with RedDragonHerbs.net, and thanks for watching.